So, took about 45 minutes to get tickets to get inside Camden Park. It was moving very slow at the beginning, and then it started to pick up. And here's the haunted house. It's kind of a controversial coaster credit. Coaster count hasn't listed. I'll have to ride it and see what I think about it. So you got the SBS spinner over here right next to the larger of the two wooden coasters. Gosh, it feels like forever since I've gotten a new coaster credit. It's been since early March, over 3 months. Not quite 3 months, actually. But I was on a string there where from June through March, I had gotten at least one new coaster credit every month. But then nothing for April or May. Yeah, because Icebreaker didn't open. And because of Icebreaker and Iron Gwazi, I didn't get anything in April or May. And because Universal Studios decided not to let us ride Velocicoaster, even though we were pass holders and there during pass holder previews. So yeah, no new coaster credits during April or May because of those horrible Florida parks. But I'm at a park that's much better than any Florida park, getting new coaster credits. So that's an Ace roller coaster landmark, dedicated in May of 2019, so pretty recent. It is a buzz bar coaster, so buzz bar, no seatbelts, and you do have a couple decent moments of airtime on it at different spots, whether you're riding in the back or front. I have to try the middle at some point, see how that is. So you have that down that way is the biggest drop, coming back this direction. You have a straight track over on the right side, then you dive into the long underground tunnel, or not underground, but you got a long tunnel there, including a little hill in the tunnel. That doesn't get much airtime, but it is a fun ride. It's not rough. A few little bumps along the way, but not bad. So I just got off their haunted house attraction. And this part right here definitely coasts. And then you go up the hill. And when you're inside the thing, actually a pretty long ride inside. And it actually felt like it was coasting the whole time, almost like a bunch of wild mouse kind of turns. Little Dipper. Now that was very unusual. This is the highest point right in front of us here. So you just kind of rise up, go around, have a little drop, one dip, turn around, another dip right here, and a couple to end the ride. Not too rough. Of course, it doesn't go fast enough to be rough, but you can tell it is steel supports and wood track. This is an old school coaster, but yet it does a steel support. Got a couple other little rides down this way. So in less than an hour in the park, I have done 8 rides, 6 of them coasters if you count the haunted house. But 8 rides in total. Holiday World, you're gonna spend all day getting 8 rides. And don't let the modest height of Big Dipper fool you. This thing is no joke. Especially this drop right here. It doesn't look very big, but you're sitting in the back, you get powerful ejector airtime. And since it's just buzz bars and no seat belts, you get launched if you're in the back 2 seats. The very back seat is not available, actually. A coaster this size shouldn't have airtime that good. You might get a little here if you're in the back. And then you have a very long tunnel through the turnaround. You remain in the tunnel, and you come out of it with an airtime hill. You have an airtime hill in the tunnel, or actually a drop in the tunnel, and then the airtime hill there. Where if you're in the back, you get airtime on this hill and going into the brake run. In the front, you get it going in the brake run too. The front I think the front gives you airtime right here, rising up. But yeah, this is a back row ride. I thought this was going to be like those Woodstock Express small wooden coasters at some of the Cedar Fair parks. No, this is way better. I'm already at 10 rides on Big Dipper. And even on a Sunday, a weekend, it's not that crowded. Looks like I got a long line over there for something. Oh, the log ride, yeah, because it's very humid. It's warm and very humid, so yeah, the log ride would be popular. And way off yonder, I haven't gone down that far yet. I see a mini tilt-a-whirl. Or is that a full size? I can't tell. It looks small from here. And some other ride beyond it. So even though you don't need a whole day here, if you take a whole day, there's plenty to do to keep yourself occupied and to have fun with. And the interstate gets a little peek of the park right over there. Yeah, the Little Dipper, those buzz bar restraints are really weird. They don't sit like most buzz bar restraints do. They don't sit above your lap, they sit closer to your knees. And you're very low. So this is just a prelude. That does like a little pre-drop, give you some momentum for the main drop. You get a nice little pop going into the tunnel. Really cool visual going down a drop out of the tunnel and over the hill. Another pop going into the brake run. And it looks like they may be fixing to replace some of the wood. So it is old school. You got the handbrakes. So I had 4.5 hours here at Camden Park. That's about twice as much as what I thought I would spend here. And mostly because of Big Dipper. It was so much better than I thought it would be. Now, a lot of people talk about Jackrabbit at Kennywood for the double down, for how strong that airtime is, and rightfully so. Well, people need to be talking about Big Dipper for its drop in the back, at least in the back 2 seats, which is the back car. That is some powerful airtime as well. But yeah, 15 rides on that. 25 in total roller coasters, over 30 of all rides put together in just 4.5 hours. I obviously cannot promise that you'll have a day like that. I was expecting a huge crowd to arrive at any time and have hour-long lines, and that never happened. In fact, I think the crowd's lighter now than it was about an hour ago. I still was getting 6-7 rides done every hour. Ejector drop.